Hey YouTube, this is Pharaoh 37. Okay, so I wrapped up a few things. I could go on and on and on about the characteristics of a good black woman that is this. 15 to 20% of black women. Okay, we are professional, we strive to achieve, but at the same time, we understand that we have to be mothers and wives first. When we get into a relationship, therefore, we have that attitude. We're looking for guys that are share the same qualities as us that are willing to give 100%. I'm going to focus now on some of the concerns that we have when we're talking about this 15 to 20%. Okay. And number one, I'm going to start by talking about what we want as far as, quality wise, just a little bit about from a good black man. Okay. You know, Number one, like I said, attraction. Some might argue it doesn't matter about attraction, but we understand that there is a small amount of black men that quote could be available. The good ones are maybe taken, but the good ones are single. They're hard. They may be a little bit harder to find. But you know, we want a workable friendship, relationship. We support each other. We're there for each other. Strong black love. Okay, and I think that because we have these good qualities, the problem is it's kind of like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay, men that have nothing to lose. Okay, whether they have kids or they're swagged out, whatever. They because they've had so much experience with women. Okay, and because from a young age they um maybe they were sexually active at a young age. They can spot a good one from a bad one. Their weeding out process is a lot faster than your stereotypical nice black guy that was rejected in school and didn't get a lot of opportunities and sexual experiences, maybe, I don't know, with women, depending on his confidence and his, you know, whatever. Okay, so you have the nice black guy. Then you have the black guy that's, neither thug nor extremely nerdy or nice, but, you know, he may be a little weed out, but his senses, his keenness, his sharpness may not be so good as those that are hiding, wolves that are hiding in sheep's clothing. Okay, so and I have a lot of friends, they're good girls, good quality, ready to support, ready to provide, ready to be there, ready to, you know, you need communication, you need support, you need backup. We're there. We got you. But what happens is we have the men that approach us are these swag, are these, my mom used to call them Jodeci's, are these players, and they have learned to adapt their tune, okay, to what we're looking for. So if at the least we end up just talking to these guys for a certain period of weeks or months or days or sometimes a day, you know, sometimes we quote get caught up and you know, this is a lot of this is in response also to black men's videos that we go for bad guys. Sometimes we get caught up in trying to discern whether they're good or bad. Okay, so for us, we don't go into it looking for a thug or but we go into it with an open mind, right? Okay, not we're not interested in thugs as far as we can tell. Okay, yeah, I got kids, I like to drink, I'm in the club. We're not interested in that. Okay, but what we are interested in is a good, nice guy with qualities, right? Our standards are not so high that you have to have a BMW. So if you come to me in a I don't know, Ford Taurus, I'm not going to exclude you, right? So what happens is we get a lot of 80, 90% of these guys that we get flooded, especially if you're an attractive black woman, um, that are giving offers and propositions. They're speaking nice, and sometimes, you know, it is really hard to discern initially. Okay, is this going to be a good guy? Is this the guy that is going to show his true colors later? Okay, so sometimes we get caught up, especially when we're immature, and trying to figure all that out. Okay, and this is where I agree with a lot of the black men that make videos about sometimes we get led astray, okay, when we're immature, because we have these good qualities and they see it. And so they say, okay, well, let me change up the game. You know, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to talk to her about what she wants to talk about. You know, they may even lie about their, maybe their resume, but they come to us in this type of way, and we end up, um, sometimes getting caught up. Okay, but if we don't get caught up, we don't get into a relationship and then find out, years later, okay, let me get out of this. This guy was not going to be the good black guy that I thought he was. Changed it up. There was always signs. I ignored him. I wanted the best in him because I want the best in black men, right? Well, then at the very least, we have a lot of weeding out to do. Okay. So, you know, that is why a lot of times now you have on one extreme women that are willing to give them a chance to get black women. But then you have on the other extreme women who are saying, okay, I'm going to shut it down because I'm not sure. So usually, 9 times out of 10 with me, if a guy does approach me and I carry myself in a nice way, you're going to get that guy with that false sense of confidence, okay? He doesn't have anything to lose, so he's willing to, even with credentials. This is your stereotypical black professional man. Even with credentials, he's still playing games, okay? So we get approached like that a lot, all right? But the guys that I'm interested in, are the ones that are a little bit, introverted and quiet and shy. Okay, so we are wanting those 10, 20, 15 to 20% of guys to come forward. Okay, we want you to come forward. You might think, okay, she's pretty, well, she's going to shoot us down, or these guys are surrounding her because, I don't mind giving someone conversation if I feel that they approach me in a respectful way. Okay, but if they're coming up, hey, let me get your number. Hey, you're beautiful. It's pretty much superficial. I might give it a few more moments, but usually it turns into something superficial. Okay, but we're looking for those guys, to have a little bit more confidence and come forward because we are there. Look at our body language. There might be someone that, your superficial black, stereotypical black professional woman that's just standing there with an attitude. Okay, that's not us. Or, only talking to a certain caliber of men. But, we're here. And, I feel like sometimes there's afraid or, she's going to bash me like those other black women. We're not. We have positive attitudes, okay? Or we might be a little shy. Come over and start a conversation. Okay, so, that is what we're looking for. Okay, those are the type of guys that we're looking for. We're looking for guys, besides the qualities that we have, like I talked about in the other videos, being wanting to be a family man one day, having himself together, start professional, no kids, okay, or if you made a mistake, maybe one, but we're not really interested in kids, okay, but has a sense of, not this false confidence, okay, not this, coming up to me smooth talking. I think there were good guys that approached me before and they thought, okay, well, let me try the smooth talking. And it wasn't them. And then they lost out and they were like, well, why did I lose out? Because you weren't you. Sometimes be you. Sometimes say, hey, you know what, I'm goofy, or I like to do this, or I like to do that. We're interested in that because you stand out. You don't fit like everybody else that you're beautiful, I just love your eyes. No, you stand out because you're talking about something that has some substance, that shows your personality, that shows who you are, shows your drive. Okay, so just give it a chance sometimes, and we also want manly men, so give it a chance sometimes and just come up and say, hey, how are you enjoying this music, or how did you enjoy this lecture? Right there, just the way that you approach this like that is going to win you points. Okay, we're not, for the most part, okay, if you're talking about a mature woman, okay, we're not going to be in the clubs. And even if we are with our friends, or because we've been, conditioned to, this is where you meet people when you're in college, we're not going to probably be on that in the club. We're not going to be looking for Mr. Right in the club because we realize that most of the people are wolves in sheep clothing. So we already know that that's not going to work. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the nice guy that's willing to step up and say, okay, I'm going to give a chance. I'm going to talk to her. I'm not going to be scared of rejection. If you're attractive and you come like that and be yourself, we're going to automatically give you a chance. All right.